In a survival situation, you're probably going to want 3 different knives. I like to have 3 different categories. The first category being the large survival knife, like the Spec Plus SP5 by Ontario. Good for chopping tasks. The mid-size category, which I call the camp blades. Knives such as this Benchmade Griptilian fixed blade work good for that. This category would be suited for kitchen tasks, in the woods, general cutting tasks. Then you're going to want a micro blade. Maybe your Swiss Army knife. The mini Leatherman. You might have to perform surgery out in the field. Cutting strings. Small whittling tasks, that sort of thing. Now in the mid-size category, let's say you bring this Griptilian with you to the field, you're going to want a backup. I usually bring a backup of each knife. These Santoku blades, this size, I think makes a good camp knife. This Kyocera Advanced Ceramics 5.5-inch blade that would fit in that category. Now you notice this is a ceramic knife. What's the difference between this ceramic and this steel knife? This is a 154 cm blade. Well, first of all, they're different hardnesses. The ceramic knife is going to be a Rockwell hardness of somewhere near 83. Well, this is going to be around the early 60s on the Rockwell hardness scale, which means this will be easier to sharpen compared to this. Now, let's say you find yourself in a situation where you need to sharpen this knife out in the field. This is going to be difficult to sharpen. You're going to have to use a diamond sharpening system. For this one, you might be able to sharpen this on a rock, even though this is a harder steel. If you look at the spines of these blades, you'll see this ceramic knife is a little narrower than this knife. That makes this ceramic blade better for slicing objects such as tomatoes, vegetables. My first exposure to ceramic knives came through this one here. This is the Yoshi blade. Got it from one of those made for TV stores. The store is at the mall. You notice this Yoshi blade is a little thicker than the Kyocera here. So when I used this blade, I noticed it wasn't very sharp. The angle of this knife isn't really suited for cutting vegetables. It's probably just as hard as the Kyocera, but I was not happy with the factory sharpening of this blade. So I kind of wrote off ceramic knives for any kind of use, to be honest with you, until I got this for Christmas this year, the Kyocera set. I noticed it's hair popping sharp. Let's see if I can show you here. Hair popping sharp. The Yoshi blade just slides across my arm, doesn't do any damage to the hair. Here's some a comparison chopping up some broccoli. Here's a comparison of the Yoshi blade versus the Kyocera Advanced Ceramics. This is both out of the box. I'm going to show you the difference in the sharpness. This is the Yoshi blade. It's the Kyocera. As you can tell, the Kyocera is a little sharper. Besides the fact that these knives would be hard to sharpen in the field, the ceramic knives, they're also more brittle than your steel knives. So which means if I was doing some whittling or getting meat off the bone, and I started putting lateral pressure on this knife, you might chip it or break it. You might snap it in two. That's why I don't think this would make a good survival knife. Yes, an excellent kitchen knife. These Kyocera knives, you can send them back to the factory and they'll resharpen them for you for free. They have a lifetime warranty on them. I do recommend these knives for the kitchen. I'd go with a steel knife, though, in a survival situation. RDX South Productions.